frame by frame, you see that they are exactly in the same spot. This is a match cut, which makes it very, very pleasing to the eye. Hello friends and welcome back to yet another reaction analysis video. A while ago we looked at the video by J.R. Alley, which was my favorite video from 2018. Today I chose to analyze my absolute favorite video of 2017. Drum roll. Today we're looking at a video that's called We Are Infinite by TaylorCutFilms from 2017. So if you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. My name is Florian. I'm a video editor, filmmaker, and on this channel I occasionally make analysis or reaction videos like this to look at the effects and techniques that the best video editors out there are using so that you can learn something about this and improve your filming and editing to make your videos better. Let's jump over at the computer, watch it, and see if we can analyze and take it apart a little. So let's get going. If you remember, in 2017 there was a while in which Jordan actually uploaded once per week. It used to be always on a Sunday and you could really look up forward to it. It was Taylor Cut Sunday. This, I think, shot in a Y. Let's look at that. Already starts very dreamy. You get a feel for the vibe with the birds in the background and the ocean flowing. Funny enough, here he turned the image around, which later comes at another time in the video again. Then he always had his logo, TaylorCutFilms. Super epic drone shots, slow, gives us the moment of rising. What he uses very much, and you saw in that shot there, is a lot of very slow motion, like in 120 frames per second. I think he was shooting on a Canon 1DX Mark II. And then here you see when he's making the backflip, is rotating, and then in the end of the shot he's speed ramping it so that it goes faster and then turns into the next shot. Super smooth footage. Watched the video the first time, I was thinking I wish I would also be able to travel and go and make videos and stuff, and that was pretty much a big motivation that really got me into making more videos, and then eventually I decided to go on a travel trip myself. But this is a really, really nice shot. Super shallow depth of field. You really just see her face in focus and everything else is so blurred out. Super nice drone shot flying backwards. 120 frames per second. He really likes to do those. I think he had a macro lens that he's always doing this eye close-up. They're really, really nice. Also a lot of film from below, and then always people are standing backwards looking in the distance.
You know, these will all be stories someday, and our photos will become old photographs. Will all become somebody's.
I really, really like his voiceover. It has a very, very rich, deep and clear sound to it, and it's also very thoughtful and dreamy. And at the same time, the stories that he's telling, it gives you a message to share, and that's what really makes the difference between just a travel video that has nice and cool effects and something that really catches you and excites you and gives you that moment in the end where you feel like, I gotta watch one more of those, or I gotta go on a trip myself. So people like Jordan, there's coming the big storytelling and then the super good image quality and editing. And that's why they get so big and why so many people watch them.
But right now,
hear the sound,
these moments are not
distant sound of a helicopter. So he's using a lot of, I think there's a tutorial on his channel, he's using a lot of surround reverb to make that faint helicopter noise, because when you create videos, is first you don't use sound effects at all, then you realize, sound effects make things cool, then you start using them, but you put them in too loud or they sound weird, they don't really fit, and then you get to tweak them, you turn the volume down or you make surround reverb on them, and here it sounds very, very natural.
This is happening. You're listening to that song
and that drive
with the people that you love most in this world.
Super cool shot.
These are the moments to
And here, this is super interesting, a very good technique here. So you see these shots here, two people running forwards, camera is following them, and if you go frame by frame, you see that they are exactly in the same spot. This is a match cut, which makes it very, very pleasing to the eye to go from one cut to the next one.
Moments to remember. And in this moment,
flip the image around. We are infinite.
We are infinite.
And this comes right before the drop in the music. So it builds up, it builds the tension in the music, and then comes the message, which is the title of the video. Listen to it. Music rising in the background.
And in this moment, I swear, we are
and the drop in it. Now comes a nice beat and he starts cutting faster. Doing speed ramping to go from one shot to the other. This is the same as we looked at the Matt Como video. The easiest thing to improve your editing is to really cut to the beat, but then to not always cut to the beat, because then it gets too predictable. Here he's using some Luma fade transition. It's 120 frames, super slow motion. A another fade transition. He has it flipped reverse because he was filming through the puddle of water. And then it's Sam Colder jumping, making the backflip also reverse. And then I think at the end he's speed ramping it out again, yeah. And the moment that he's speed ramping, the image goes tilting up to both of them sitting on the yacht, on the catamaran, whatever it is. And did you hear the faint noise of the seagulls in the background? This really, whenever I make a video that is somewhere at the sea, if you make distant seagull sound effect, that really sells it. Listen to it. It's very far away, but you can hear it. The music really building up the intensity. So here he hit a little bit of a zooming out transition, but in my opinion, what makes his video so special are not the fancy transitions or effects, but that's what most people see and then go out and copy that for their own videos. That's why for a while the Sam Colder zoom in and zoom out transitions got so super popular and everybody started overusing them because people saw it in their videos, but that was only a part of why Sam and Jordan's videos were so good, while it actually is more the storytelling and the build-up and the message that is communicated. See that the cuts are going to the beat, and then here another fade transition. Did you hear the cow sound and hear the bird sound? Another fade transition. Speed ramping. Slight zoom out. Listen to the helicopter sound again. Speed ramping again. This is what he has very often, the hand slowly waving out in the car. He has really nice grading here, so it makes such a difference on how you actually, not everything you can fix in post. There's a lot of things you also need to consider while you're actually recording the video. If you look at this frame here, you see that the shadows are very long, and it has very warm tones, which means that they recorded it in golden hour, like 1 or 2 hours before sunset, before the sun was actually setting. This gives us a much nicer light, and I guess many of you who are into filming, you know that already. Filming in golden hour is like a surefire way to improve your video quality instantly. Tilt up again. Slow motion, and then here's matching the movement. They are running forwards. Here's flipped the image again, and a super slow tilt up. Seagulls, listen to them again. Through the intensity that was built up beforehand and the fast pacing to the beats of the music, he sort of closes the story with this very long drone shot in the end. And as in the very beginning of the video, the same pattern. It's a very similar drone shot, and it's also flipped on top. Funny enough, here you see the drone flying again. Here you see the drone flying. This was, by the way, really good song choice on that one. So underneath his video, you'll find the actual name of that song. What really made the difference here is the song actually is way longer, but he cut it to the exact length that he needed for that video. And that is another very important thing to learn, is to shorten music down to a certain extent and really make it still sound like an entire full track where you don't hear the cuts. That's a technique in itself that we can talk about in another video. If we ever get Jordan to watch this video, I guess he'd be excited to hear that for many of us who are starting with YouTube, starting with filmmaking, something like this has been a huge inspiration and something that we can look up to and learn so much from. Hope you learned something today. Over there you see a lot of similar analysis videos. Make sure to check those out. Leave a like and a comment down below and tell me which video I should analyze next. I'm Florian. Until next time.